Hello people, welcome back to the channel and welcome if you're a first timer. It's Chrissy Sawyer here. Let's do the welcomes. So new subs and new people arriving in the family. Welcome to Uyen Lee, I hope I've said that correctly. Welcome to Grandma Hill Jack. These names are awesome. This one's tricky. Welcome to Ytrood. YTROOD 58. Thanks for being here. Welcome Inez Kawal, welcome. And welcome Mary Vignone, I think. Drop me a comment if I've got it wrong. It isn't a problem. So, hello everybody. There's some weird energy today. I don't know if I can speak with clarity into it, and that's part of the issue. Because look at these three these three bad boys are completely nailing what I'm feeling into today. So we've got this devil energy, and I'm really noticing this. This is a symbol about expansion and growth. And oh yeah, I did. Why did I write that sentence? And I captured this sentence the other day, which was, how would I describe spiritual work? Because I get a bit around the word spiritual. I think it's one of the hardest things to describe. And the answer came, the perfection of light in matter. And then I got this other word, which I actually want to write a blog post about because it's such a great word, abrogation, which is basically the rescinding of a contract. Right. What I'm getting is something like, we've had so many rules and regulations, it's bent the light out of shape. So we're talking about spiritual alchemy, and it feels nebulous, you know. I watched True Sidereal catch up this morning, and they were talking about this Mars energy and Pisces energy. So true sidereal is what you see if you actually look at the sky, and Western is kind of the traditional 30 degrees around a wheel. So we're working towards a new moon in Pisces. I think it's on the 11th. So there's kind of this water putting out the fire. So Mars and Aries are wanting to light the world up and break free and run forward. But we've got the nebulousness of Neptune coming in to kind of go, hang on, look again, tune in again. And it feels very, I feel very kind of watery up here, almost kind of wishy-washy. I'm struggling to find the words today. And I do love a challenge. So I thought I'd challenge myself to see if I can even speak into what this is. So yeah, absolutely. And I mean, look at the puppeteering that has gone on, and the puppeteering that goes on when we try and create for ourselves. Because when we create for ourselves, that looks very different to creating into, let's say, patriarchal paradigm, let's say religious dogma, let's say the social norm, courtesy, politeness. How you're going to be met in the world. Are you going to be met in the world is a very true question. And what's it going to feel like if you don't get met in the true expression of your soul song, spirit song? So I don't like this energy at all, I've got to say. This could be the patience card at the moment. So I'm hearing things like, I think for the past couple of weeks, I've been hearing sentences which are like, I've wasted half my life, which is like, I'm not manifesting. When actually everybody is manifesting like all of the time, because the molecules are never in steady state, they're always moving. So everything's always moving. And, you know, whether it's a cup of tea, that's a manifestation of a desire. So where is the mind pointing when it tells you you're not manifesting in the world? Because they're planted and they're growing. Now that happens invisibly. That can happen behind this Neptunian nebulous kind of watery veil. Or we could have planted these seeds 10 years ago and forgotten about them. But this is, it's a very gentle energy. It's very, very gentle, nurturing and caring, bringing the light in. Okay. Confusion. 7 and 7. 7 is such an alchemical number. And the underlying energy is stick with it. It's tenacity, determination, drive, continuity. Stick with it, even in the face of, you know, this kind of nebulous confusion. It's like what I can see is walking through an ocean, and the ocean is like all around me. And you know what that would do to your vision? It's that kind of feeling. I don't like it. I'm just saying. Right, where am I going with this reading, please? I don't even know what I'm bringing you. Talk about getting comfortable with not knowing. Okay, right. Lol, Queen of Cups just fell out. Yeah, okay, someone that fell on the floor, mental confusion. It's like feeling kind of attacked by negative thoughts, you know, that have been going for so long, they have created a trench in the mind. I call it tramlining. So when you keep telling yourself the same story about, it doesn't even feel like it's about the lack and the poverty threads that were being pulled out last week. This feels nebulous. Like, look at all that water. It is, it's like water energy here from the heart up to the throat. Okay. I love that that's the underlying energy. That's a manifesting energy. That's basically saying if you stick with it, you'll be able to manifest whatever it is you're building at the moment. And what you're building at the moment, A, you might not know what that is. B, you might absolutely know what that is. But if it's being clouded with confusing thoughts and conflict, then what? Then what? There's more questions than answers in this reading. Stay with it, folks. Can you give me some clarity? Can you give me an anti-nebulous shot in the arm. Let's have some clarity, please. Let's have some clarity, please. Yeah, what question am I asking? Well, I'm asking for some clarity. Let's have some clarity on the confusion. Let's dig into the confusion and see. This feels like I have no idea where I'm going kind of feeling. But I have everything I need. So it's about putting down the burdens, this burdensome creative energy, putting down the burdens actually, and she's planted them to use them to light her way. So I just want to really focus, because look at this. These colours are so muted. It all feels, even that feels so muted. And that's this beautiful, zingy, creative palette of colour. So I want to focus on that, and let's bridge this energy from the nebulous and watery. Wow, God. It's a really new way of thinking. There's the challenge to come into your Midas. Everything, look at him. Everything I touch turns to gold. It's effortless and elegant. Really happy in his skin. No back chat, no doubts, no conflicts, without burden. And the burden can be the burden of pleasing others, the burden of staying in a collective where actually you don't feel, it's not really enriching you. You know, and this is part of the challenge of, where's it gone? It's here. Of putting the burdens down, walking away, walking forwards, knowing that whatever I touch turns to gold. I was given this lovely sentence last week, which is something like, only goodness rises up to meet me. Isn't that a beautiful sentence? Only goodness rises up to meet me. So this feels like a radical shift in creative thinking. Powerful, empowered, embodied, integrated, known, like I know it. I know it. And to get here into this, there's something that's being rebirthed. I can feel it in the collective. I can see it coming through in the client base. There's something being rebirthed. It's a louder voice. It's a sharper sword, you know. Thank you. That makes perfect sense. Well, as perfect can be. Yeah, look, the underlying energy. Can't see what's under our nose. And probably paying no mind to all that we have created so far. If you have food in your fridge under freezer, you're one of the richer people on the earth. If you have a bank account, we take that all for granted. So what is she taking for granted? She's not even noticing the rainbow pouring into this bowl. It's just focusing on where it didn't work. It's that energy. So it feels like that's being kind of, I don't know, coughed up almost. It feels like it wants to be ejected to really bring this beautiful, creative. And the red, I mean, this is all base chakra stuff, isn't it? Coins, red, it's base chakra, it's basic security, it's what kind of foundation are you standing on? Are you standing on a foundation that was created by the puppeteers? Are you standing on a foundation that was created by poor parenting, poor education, poor environment, you know? That's where we're heading. 10 of Cups. Everything you ever wished for. Can you point your mind towards that? Or does the puppet and the puppeteer get in the way? Because this is, 15-6 is it's bringing the light into the heart. It's the perfection of light and matter. Spiritual alchemy. And 5 is such a change, dynamic, creative, change energy. So this can be dynamic and creative, and it can be fearful and doubtful and devious. And it's our choice, entirely our choice. But he's wearing the symbol of expansion. This is a creator symbol. This is a magical symbol. So how are you harnessing the magic that you know you possess already? Are you daring to step in that and walk towards your 10 of Cups? Being seen in the world. Independent, happy, solid. This is just beautiful energy. It's beautiful energy. Okay. Let's pick a surrender card and then we'll finish on a beastie card. I like my beastie cards. What can we surrender to in this watery, nebulous, hopeful, joyful energy? Alone, alone, alone. Now, look at the difference between these cards. Alone, 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 alone. That's the energy where you're going to make that distinction. What are you walking towards? So there's a big choice point, it feels like. Big choice point. Right. Can you allow the love and support of others in, rather than trying to handle everything yourself? Because this speaks straight into the adapted child, the parentified child that is weighed down with burdens and responsibilities. That's all over the field at the moment. How do you accept support? Do you ask for help? How can you take the pressure off if you're feeling pressure? And pressure can sometimes be invisible, you know. Caught up in a dialogue that's about helping others. That can start, if that starts feeling anything like an obligation, you're overgiving. That's too much responsibility. And where's that coming back at you? Okay, let's do a quick audit. In your life, visualize the people in your life, the work that you do, as a kind of balance sheet. And off the top of your head, without thinking about it, what percentage do you give and what percentage do you receive? That's your first clue. When I say give and receive and support and love, what's that equation? That's going to help. Sorry for the pointy finger. Stop it. Beastie. I'm going to finish with a beastie. And then I have to go hunting for food because I'm starving. A guidance card for the collective, please. How are you guys anyway? I'm loving the chat. I'm loving your comments. They're just so beautiful. There's so much love in this family, isn't there? Isn't there? Ooh, really? Look at all the water. 53, 8. Change. Yeah, watch and wait. Keep doing what you're doing. And keep doing what you're doing. And keep one eye on the potential at the moment. Loads of potential, loads and loads of potential to receive, okay, and to build. It's here. So I apologize if this message has been somewhat airy-fairy. I know, I feel it. I feel it. It is. It's water calming that fire. I'm surprised the temperance card didn't come out, actually. I would fully have expected to see that today. So yeah, tempering the fire so we don't run ahead before we're ready. And lots of emotion. So being with the emotion is really going to help. But it's all there for the taking. It's really coming into sharp focus. Yeah. I'll leave you with Big Bear. Personal time is really going to help. So we're in the end of a lunar cycle now. We're ending that full moon in Virgo, I believe, true sidereal, not Western, which is all about, I mean, you could argue that that Virgo full moon was the completion of, because Virgoans is analysis paralysis, it's perfection, it's needing to get it right. But how do we know what's right and wrong? We're just human. That's so subjective. It's so subjective. I came across another beautiful, I'm going to share this with you. I think yes, I did. The very concept of objective truth is fading out of the world. George Orwell. And I just thought that's so true. I could make a whole video on how we misuse our own language. I just want to do the best I can. We'll quantify best and then aim for it. And I haven't met the person yet that can. So we've got the perfection in Virgoan, which is actually unachievable. It just drives the mind into analysis paralysis, which can only end in disappointment. So taking time out to wriggle free from whatever stops you from creating like a mad thing, free from limitation, childlike, you know. You might need to go and lie in your bear cave. You might need to go and lie in your bear cave with a pot of honey just for a wee while, a couple of days, at least until the 11th, to do some inner reflection. Yeah, abrogation. The end of contracts. This is such a huge karmic cycle we're ending. The end of contracts. Right, my darlings, I'm going to love and leave you. I would actually love your feedback on this video and what else you might have had to help the collective understand more of whatever this energy is. That would be really brilliant. Yeah, thank you for being here. Like, share, subscribe, and drop me a comment, and I'll see you again in a shortly. Lots of love.